Welcome back, I'm Tedward, and welcome almost to Cape Cod. We're about to cross the Sagamore Bridge, which is right there. Behind me is the Bourne Bridge, but traffic looked pretty unpleasant, despite the fact that it's really kind of an early afternoon on a Friday, but you know how it is down here, and if you don't, well, Cape traffic is a thing. Anyway, I am taking the Honda Civic Type R down to Cape Cod because my buddies are down there. We're gonna go have a lovely little weekend together, and I've got my bike in the back, and I really want to go for a nice ride today from Eastham up to Provincetown and back. We'll see how far I make it. Most of that is trails, which is great because it keeps me off of the insanity of tourist-driven roads. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the thing. Cape Cod locals, fine, no problem. But Cape Cod is very touristy, which means you get a lot of people that don't know how to drive from out of state, as evidenced by our Colorado plate here. And they all kind of just drive like psychos. Not to mention the fact that the cyclists aren't much better than the drivers down here. When you're riding around Cape Cod on a bike, or when you're driving and notice other cyclists, you will notice that they're almost like M. Night Shyamalan levels of trying to kill themselves, like emotionless, just drifting into traffic levels of insanity. And yeah, it can be pretty daunting. So I do my best to stay off the roadways because it just gets a little ugly, but there's great riding down here despite that. Anyway, I need some more weekend getaways in my life. I was just down here with the whole family a couple weeks ago. We went all the way up to Truro, right next to Provincetown, and I got to spend some great miles on my new bike cruising around the dunes. It's like another planet up here, and that's really what I'm looking to do. But you'll notice I'm in the Type R and not in the Lexus. The Type R is genuinely spacious. Why on earth would you want to do this now? No. Down there, that's the Cape Cod Canal, man-made. This didn't exist in nature. And that is the power plant. All kinds of fun, horrific things along the water. But anyway, these bridges are very much aging, and they're getting ready to replace them. They need to be replaced because they are sketchy as heck. It always makes you feel really confident and comfortable when you cross. There's only two ways over the canal, the Bourne Bridge or the Sagamore, and right now we're on the Sagamore. But back to the cars. The Lexus is huge. It's a big body-on-frame SUV with a barn door and all that stuff, but like honestly, it doesn't afford me really any more space in reality when I'm packing up the bike and my bags and stuff like that. Like it's the same. It's so easy to put my bike in this car. It's so easy for me to put my bike in that car. But the joy of the Honda is it's a little more agile. And let's take a look. What are we doing? 30 miles per gallon? Yeah, we'd be at like 19, maybe 20 in the Lexus if that were the case. It's really nice to have a cheaper way to get around, and I need to not use the Lexus during the summer because that should just be the winter thing. I should be just stacking miles on this Honda because it's fantastic for doing these sort of weekend trips. I've gotten in the habit of just taking the biggest vehicle I've got for road trips, but like I don't think that's necessary. I think I've fallen into the American SUV trap a little bit. And while the Lexus is perfect for winter driving and doing all the things I needed to do, but the family sedan kind of died. And I'm realizing that the SUV thing doesn't actually afford you much more in the way of space or luxury or convenience or any of those things. It's just bigger and more fuel consuming. And my M5 is a good example of that because it fits 5 people fairly comfortably, tons of trunk space, and if I put a roof box or a bike rack on the roof, good to go for like a long weekend trip. Somewhere along the line, we got convinced that we needed giant vehicles and that a sedan or a wagon or a hatchback just wasn't enough. And anybody with a GTI can tell you it can haul everything. And like Matt Farah always says, if you need a Suburban, rent one. I didn't want to record much when I got to the that I had to unpack because I just wanted to unpack and go ride. But it's so gorgeous out here, and it's gonna be like raining all weekend back home. So the weekend trip was a good idea. Anyway, let's get back on the bike because I'm only like 12 miles into this thing. I got about 40 to go if everything goes according to plan. I followed Google Maps. It took me down these very unpaved roads on this very much not appropriate, not gravel bike. It's very roady and it's pretty sketchy what I'm doing out here right now because I'm sinking into all the sand. So I'm having to kind of unclip one pedal and then go from there. This is the road it keeps taking me down. Only gone down once. Not ideal for these tires, but it wants me to turn left. Yeah, I think we're gonna carry on this way. I'm out. Okay, I need to get all the sand and dirt off of my shoes and holy shit, we made it. I can hear Route 6, this is great. I'm on mile 45. I gotta tell you, I was a lot happier about 20 miles ago. I didn't eat enough. This is the thing about these endurance sports is like trying to eat and hydrate on the go. That's like the trick. And if you're good at it and you're planning enough, then you're great. I got up to Provincetown, went down Commercial Street, didn't take a video because I didn't look cool. I was like, I feel like shit. So I just took a picture of the bike, very ungracefully ate a granola bar in front of a lot of people who probably thought I was dying. And then I got back on my bike and here we are. So just out here cranking along. I got some new scratches on the bike because of when I went down in the sand. That was not fun. But you know what? Bike scratches are just bike scratches. She ain't a GT3. All right, gotta get home, eat some food. I drove home pretty late last night because I went out partying in Provincetown and decided, well, I'm gonna just kill all the Cape traffic and drive home at 10 p.m. But this Honda, as you can see, lived under a tree for a few days at my friend's place down the Cape while we were all hanging out and staying down there. I had great bike rides and all that good stuff, but the car needs at the very least a bit of a rinse. So let's get on the road, go straight to the car wash. I'm probably gonna go to the gym afterwards, but this has been such a perfect little workhorse for traveling. I still have my bike pump back here, but this lays down perfectly. I always put a packing mat because I don't like to risk destroying any of like the expensive stuff. You know, you don't want to tear a seat. But the Civic Type R, man, it doesn't get any better than a hatchback Civic for getting all of the things done. Let's get it started up. And we still have some fuel, despite the fact that it doesn't have the range of my Lexus GX460. It has far better fuel economy, and I think I was averaging about 30.8 miles per gallon according to the computer. So that is a lot cheaper to run than the Lexus at about 19. Thank God this is all coming off immediately.